Better. And now we're live. Okay. Welcome everyone to our live series where we're going to build an AI voice receptionist completely from scratch. This is part of a series where I go live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, to teach AI because this series is just meant to inspire you, to show you what's possible and what you could do with AI. I'm always pushing myself to new challenges. And so tonight we're going to appreciate it, Joseph. Welcome back. We got the live stream up. We got TikTok. We got YouTube. This is very exciting. So tonight I have a really exciting demo. We're going to build an AI voice receptionist completely from scratch using Vapi, Zapier, and then like Gmail, so that we're going to create an AI voice receptionist, and when they answer the call, we're going to talk to it. And at the very end of the call, it's going to send that transcript of the call to a Google Sheet and then send me an email with the transcript of it. So let's actually do a demo. Let's go to, hopefully the demo gods are good. So I am in Vapi, and Vapi, there are two pretty much, let me get the other one too, because I want to play around with that. There are two AI voice tools that are really popular. Vapi is one, and the other one is called Retell AI. So if you want to build AI voice receptionists or outbound calls, these are probably going to be your best two solutions right here. We're going to use Vapi for this demo, and then if we have time at the very end, we'll take a look at Retell AI. So I'll just pop that right there. So Vapi, the great thing I like about Vapi is you could create an account today. They give you, I think, $10 of free credit that you can actually make calls, AI voice calls, without having to add a credit card. And then this demo, the only thing with this demo is I'm using a pro plan in Zapier, so I think it's like $20 a month in order to do the features such as webhooks, for example. So just know a lot of people are like, hey, can I do a lot of this automation and AI stuff for free? I really want to push you guys. You have to invest in the right tools, especially learning AI. None of this free stuff will get you far. So this is a very powerful setup. So I'm going to do a demo, and then let's see how this demo goes. So right now you can see in the spreadsheet that I have here for summary and transcript is completely empty. And when we make a call, it's going to fill this out with the summary of the call and the transcript, and it's going to send me an email. Hopefully if everything goes well. I'm going to be demoing an AI voice dental receptionist. So let's do this. Hi, Mary. I want to book an appointment.
Awesome. I can help with that. What's your full name?
Jonathan Acuna.
Great to meet you.
Is Wednesday at 9 a.m. available?
Let me check. Yep. Wednesday at 9 a.m. is wide open. What's the purpose of your appointment?
New patient.
Perfect. So, we've got you down as a new patient. Just to confirm, that's Wednesday at 9 a.m., right?
Yes.
Awesome. You're all set, Jonathan. See you Wednesday at 9 a.m. If you need anything else, just holler.
Thank you so much.
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to end the call there. Nice. So it should take probably, so now if I go to Google Drive or, oh, look at that. It just popped up. That's dope. So okay, so after the phone call, probably takes about 5-10 seconds, less than 10 seconds for it to trigger the automation. Here, let's just change the color to white so we can see that. So the first one is a summary that says, Jonathan Acuna called Mary's Dental to book an appointment as a new patient. He successfully scheduled an appointment for Wednesday at 9 a.m., which was confirmed by the receptionist. So it summarizes the call. And then here you actually get a transcription of the call. So it's like, hello, this is Mary. There's me. In between the AI and the user, and it goes all the way through. And then the last part, if I open up my email, yep. Oh, it came through. Dope. If I bring this over, I just received an email. So this is a custom email that says, hey, you got a new call. Here's the summary, and here's the transcription as well too. So this is what we're going to build tonight completely from scratch. All right, so let's dive into it because we have a lot to build. So when you create a free account using Vapi, doesn't cost you anything. You could do all this completely free using Vapi. On the left-hand side, you have assistants, and these are all your different AI assistants. We're going to click Create a New Assistant. We're going to give it a name, Sally. And you could choose if you want a blank template or have it be like a specific. Now with AI voice, there's really two scenarios. There's the appointment setter, which is basically like a receptionist. The business can call, ask questions, and even book appointments. For example, this is really helpful for businesses that if they're missing calls, they're missing sales. So this is a huge value that clients will charge anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 to just set this up for a business, because they're missing calls, they're missing sales. And then the other side is outbound. Now, outbound, there's a lot of legality that you can't do outbound cold calls, but you can do outbound sales qualification calls, meaning that when they opt in on the website, you have to have in your terms and conditions, plus an obvious disclaimer on the form when they fill out the form on the website, that they will be contacted by AI. There's much more that goes into like what you should say basically, but just know, so say for example, if you have a real estate agency, you have a bunch of leads that opted in to sell their home, for example, and AI can call 10 at once. That's what Vapi could do. It could call 10 at once, and it can ask some sales qualification questions, and then determine if they're qualified to book an appointment with your sales reps, for example. So really valuable ad here. So let's do just an appointment setter, and then let's click Create Assistant. Nice. We've got, oh, they default by Mary, so I'm just going to delete this one, just so it's very clean and obvious which one we have. Perfect. Okay. Let me just double check. This is the brand new one. Yes, this is a brand new one. Okay, cool. So when you start off, let's break down the different ways that you could set up this model. Now, Vapi will charge per call, or so it's like per minute, and you can see how the cost adds up between Vapi's fixed costs, whatever model they use to transcribe it, what models they're using, and then TTS. You don't have to worry about that. But each of these you can configure so that you can either have smarter, faster, smarter models for more complex discussions on the phone call, or you just want a very simple model that you can do a lot cheaper, for example. So this is really powerful. On the right hand side, you have latency. So this is the delay for it to process the request. So if you want a really faster AI, or if you're using more like the R1 model from DeepSeek, for example, or ChatGPT's O1, for example, these are more sophisticated large language models. So they will take a longer latency. So if you want to make sure that the model or the AI voice is quick to respond, just know that you're going to optimize it by choosing the right settings. There's many different settings to do. So first thing here is under the model, this is where you're going to do your prompt engineering. Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. This is going to be the first message when they pick up the phone. They've already created a prompt here, but you're basically going to use ChatGPT to create a prompt as far as what you want this AI assistant to do. Or, thank you so much, Omar. I appreciate it. Joseph and Omar, I'm truly grateful for each of you watching this. So with this prompt, you're really going to focus with ChatGPT to really build out a full scope, basically, of what you want. And you could prompt ChatGPT very easy to say, hey, you're a prompt engineer. I want you to help me create a prompt or a system prompt for an AI voice receptionist. And here's all the details of our business. If the customer asks this specific question, answer with this. Here's the details of our location, our products, our prices. If they want to book if they want to book an appointment, what should each step be? So even because these models, when they pick up the phone, they're very blank. So you really have to prompt. Good to see you, brother Vince, in the chat. You really have to prompt explicitly, step by step by step. Computers are very smart, but they're very dumb. So if you miss a step, it won't ask that. So for example, that's basically, it just doesn't intuitively know what are the steps to book an appointment, for example. So you can see here, step one, I want you to ask for the first name. Joseph and Vince, Shout out. That's the dream team. You guys are the VIP viewers. Step 2, ask for the purpose of the appointment. Step 3, request the preferred date. Be sure to be kind and funny. This just gives you a rough template, but just know that if you want the model to do something, you have to explicitly say what you want it to do and step by step, for example. And your first model, each time that you'll get the recordings of the call, so each time you'll look at the transcript and you'll always optimize the model. When I launch this for clients, I tell them the first 30 days is a learning period where we don't know what questions the customer is going to ask, for example. So over the next 30 days, we're going to monitor it, optimize it, and then improve it so that next month it's just going to get better, faster, and smarter, which is super powerful. And the cost of hiring an AI voice receptionist is a fraction of what it would cost a full-time employee. Plus, Vapi can answer 10 simultaneous calls at the same time, make 10 simultaneous calls outbound, and then it's never calls in sick, never has a bad day, always knows everything about all the details, doesn't have brain fog or something like that, and is always available on weekends and after hours. So if the business is missing calls, this is a huge value add. So for example, so I'm not going to play with the prompt. That's just pretty much just showing you what is there. These are the different models that you could choose. You could choose a model from OpenAI, Grok, Anthropic, even DeepSeek is in here too, for example. Each model does have a different cost. I know from our previous series doing make.com, I found that OpenAI 04 mini, so if I choose here, chat 3.0 is actually more, surprisingly enough, you would think as they improve with large language models, going from 03 to 04 to even 01, well, 01's more the reasoning one, models are going to get cheaper over time. So actually 03 costs a little more expensive, but then you have 04 mini. This one, you can see here also you're noticing two things, the latency, so 300 milliseconds to return. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure TikTok can also see there. And then you can see, I really like 04 mini, but you can see it's roughly the same fraction of it's basically a penny to cost to run it for this. And you can see here, 3.5 turbo is just a fraction. These are fractions of a millisecond, a little bit faster, but we're just going to choose 3.5. That's great. Temperature is like how creative off script do you want the model to be, for example. Tokens, you do have to watch your tokens count, but notice especially based off how big of a prompt that you're doing, you can ask ChatGPT to optimize it, for example. Oh, MC Medina, great that you're going to launch your AI agency and AI agents. This one we're going to do voice. Next one we're going to do chat. So the next step right now, what we're doing is just configuring Vapi, our AI voice receptionist. Next one is transcriber. This is how it's going to transcribe the setting. It's like how you get the summary, for example. Brian's in the chat now. Good to see everyone. We got the dream team. And so I'm going to keep it simple with DeepGram and Nova 2. You could get by with just the default settings starting off, but it gives you a lot of power as far as configuring this. For the voice, they have a lot of different voices. Even natively to different parts of the country, for example. So the best thing that I'm going to say is just play with the different voices. There's professional ones, there's ASMR, Indian, meditation, child, Southern. They have a library of voices that you could choose. So play with them, find the one that you like the best. And then you could add, this is actually kind of crazy, a background sound if you want to synthesize an office, for example, which is just wild for the reality. I think it was BMW that in the BMW, I think it was Mercedes as well, in their car, since it's electric, they actually play fake engine sounds through the speakers, but the car is completely electric, or it's like a hybrid or electric kind of thing. So it's kind of weird. We're just like now faking environment sounds now, but that's the world. Next, functions. You don't have to worry about functions. You can really just skip it. Advanced, this is where we're going to play next and start with our next phase with our Zapier integration. So let's start building in Zapier. Let's go. I'm first going to turn this one off. I'm going to go now. Again, in order to do this, you do have to pay for Zapier. I think it's Pro, and I think it's $20 a month on the monthly plan, cheaper if you buy the annual. And again, you could choose, and you could also build this in Make. You could choose Make or Zapier at the end of the day, just whichever ones. So I'm just going to create a new Zap completely from scratch. And the first thing that we're going to trigger is what's called a web hook. And notice how when you hover over it, it says Pro. So that means that this feature is one of the paid plans on the Pro, that you have to be on one of their upgrade plans. But I am there, so we're going to rock with it. So what is the event that's going to happen? When Vapi finishes a phone call, that's going to send an API call to this webhook who's like always listening. He's like, hey, is there a new message? You have a new message yet? You have a new message yet? Cool, I'll just wait for it. Just send it my way, Vapi. So the triggering event, what do you want to trigger? You want to choose catch hook. Don't choose raw. I spent an hour, I spent like an hour troubleshooting. I was stuck in raw. That was my I was like, so you want to do catch hook. Again, when building any of these, especially even make.com and stuff, a lot of the half of it is just knowing what to build. The other half is troubleshooting it. So I don't want to show that every automation just works right off the bat. You have to just be patient with trying to troubleshoot a lot of these automations, for example. It's part of the joy of being a developer, just with no code tools. So now we've got our webhook. It's going to catch. We're going to click continue. Skip this part right here where it's asking to pick off a child key. Don't need that. Click test. And what Zapier is going to do is going to create a custom URL. Don't worry for people watching. I'm just going to delete this after this test, but we're going to copy this special URL. And then we're going to go to Vapi. And in Vapi, we're going to go to the Advanced tab right here. We're going to scroll down. And right here where it says Server URL, that's where you're going to put that. And it says, this is the URL Vapi will use to communicate messages via an HTTP post request. This is used for retrieving context, function calling, and end of call reports. Notice that keyword right there. That is very important. The end of call request or report is what you're going to use to then take that information out from it and then put it into your workflow to start automating it. So we've pasted it there. That looks good. You don't need to play with any of these other settings. I just like to delete this guy, delete this guy, delete this guy. You don't have to, but the main thing you want to make sure is that it returns the end of call report. The other stuff is just extra noise. Vapi will actually send you multiple requests through the webhook. It won't be just one packet of data. It would be like, I think 3 packets, but one of them will have the end of call report, and that's what we're going to use to trigger Zapier. So we already have a Google Sheet set up, very simple. I'm calling it Voice Agent Demo. And then I just have 2 tabs. We're going to delete our test. 1 tab for summary, and then one tab for transcript. So Vapi will automatically summarize the information for us, super nice, and then we'll actually get the actual AI and user transcription call. So let's go back to our Zapier automation. We've hooked that up. We're going to click, let's see if we test trigger. Oh yeah, because there's nothing there. So let's, and Vapi is going to look for, or Zapier is basically looking for a new phone call. So we need to create a new phone call record or new test data to kind of put it in. Now that it's built, it's listening, just making sure that looks good. Yes. So now we're going to go here and we're going to run a test call.
Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. How can I assist you today?
Hi, Mary. I want to book a first-time appointment.
Great. I'd love to schedule that for you. Can I get your full name, please?
Yes, Jonathan Acuna.
Nice to meet you, Jonathan. What brings you to the dentist today?
First-time patient.
Got it, Jonathan. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? When would you like to come in for your first appointment?
Saturday at 1 a.m.
We're night owls too, but we're not open that late. How about we shoot for a more dentist-friendly time on Saturday?
Hey, Mary, what's the meaning of the universe?
Well, Jonathan, that's a big question for a little old dental office like mine. But I'd say
Okay, I just want to fill some data, basically. So now that there's some data in there, it's going to trigger the automation now that we have the webhook hooked up. So if we go back to Zapier, wait 5 seconds, and then go to test trigger. Hopefully we get some data. Or we didn't hook it up right. Make sure we've got everything hooked up correctly. That's right. Let's go back. Make sure I got the right URL. DX. Where's our data? It's always the fun of testing is when you do testing live. Secret URL. That's right. That's right. Did I not press publish? No, I did. Oh, I didn't publish it. Ah, yeah, that got me last time. I didn't hit the publish button. So the settings that I did weren't saved. For example, it didn't know where the webhook is. So definitely if you make changes in the settings, be sure to publish. There's always these nuances of settings kind of thing. So let's see. I think we have to do another demo of, yeah, let's see if we do another demo call. Get some data.
Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Dental. How can I assist you today?
Hi, Mary. How's your day going?
Hey there. My circuits are buzzing. Thanks for asking. How can I help you today?
Mary, what's the meaning of the universe?
Oh, now we're getting deep. The meaning of the universe is a tough nut to crack. Got any dental-related questions for me instead?
Okay, that's good enough. It's not like I'm burning that many credits anyways. So hopefully we've got some data. I'm just going to give it 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Test. We got data. Okay, see. Half the time is troubleshooting. You never know what it is. So we got some data. I love data. It said found some records. Let me just press find new records to make sure, because sometimes it likes to send more. So, okay, request A. Let me click on it to take a look. And this is exactly what we're looking for. This variable right here where it says message type, end of call report. That's what you want. So perfect. If you don't see that, you're just because I did that. Let me continue with this. Just know that it's set up to the webhook and it's just looking for the raw data if you get a bunch of gibberish. So next thing we want to filter. Just add a filter because Vapi could send a bunch of other packets of information. We're only looking for just the transcript. So we want to make sure that type, which is message type, is the end of call report. So let me type end-of-call-report. And then we want to make sure text contains, and we'll read this. So I only want to let through in this automation because we don't want it to trigger for whatever reason or just send a bunch of noise, for example. We only want to make sure the message type, text contains, this phrase, end of call report. Perfect. We're jamming. Now we're going to click continue. And Zapier tests with our test data for the previous step. I know we're going to find out the meaning of the universe for me at some point. And then that's a green, so that means the automation would have triggered. That's perfect. We're going to click continue. And it says, what would you like to do next? We're going to go to Google Sheets next. Nice. I've already signed into my Google account. And it says, hey, what is the event that you want to do? And the event is create a spreadsheet row. So I'm going to type create. And right here it says create a spreadsheet row. Almost like a tongue twister. And then there's my account. We're going to click continue and it says, hey, what's the drive? I have my Google Drive. What's the spreadsheet name? I named it Voice Agent Demo. Perfect. What's the worksheet? There's only one sheet. Perfect. Just to let you know, it's looking for the name here. And when it says spreadsheet, if you have like sheet 1, sheet 2, and stuff like that, so you can have different sheets in here. But technically, this is just to demonstrate you could pipe the data into some CRM or some app, for example, whether it be Go High Level, could be triggering a Slack message, for example, just showing you that you can replace Google Sheets with whatever app that you use to communicate with your team. It could be Teams, Slack, anything like that, or Go High Level. So now I want to notice that it says, okay, found 2 columns. I like Zapier because Zapier makes things super easy too, compared to like Make, because Make does gives you a lot of options. So summary, if you press backslash, there are two ways to get the variable or the data to add it in. There is this plus symbol right next. Let me just zoom in. There's a plus symbol right here, which will pop out all, I know because I'm zooming in. It would say, hey, what information do you want to add in? These are variables or data pills, basically, so that we can add it. But I like doing backslash because then you can start typing, I think it's summary. Yeah, message summary. Look how nice they word things too. Thank you, Vapi. So that's going to be, you want to look for the variable called message summary. It's going to summarize the message. Then in the next one, I'm going to hit backslash. Again, you could also click the plus symbol that's on the right hand side. And then here I'm going to type transcript, and it's going to be message transcript. Perfect. And then I'm going to click continue, and then always test. So I'm going to click here, test step. Tamaj is asking, what are we working on? We're building an AI voice receptionist that can answer calls, answer messages, and then when it finishes the phone call, it's going to take that phone call message, put it in Google Sheets or your CRM or your team notification, and then also send us an email, for example. So let's go to our sheets. Boom, there it is. Let me just change the color, make it white. So nice. It says, hey, a caller contacted Mary's dental and engaged in a friendly small talk with Mary the assistant. The conversation took an unexpected turn when the caller asked about the meaning of the universe, to which Mary responded that was a difficult question to answer. This is funny. And then we have the transcription. AI user, and what they said from there. Nice. So that's perfect. So that's just to show that you could put that in whatever app that you use. We're going to click publish. Oh, we are jamming. This is dope. Oh, not publish. That's not. I'm going to edit one more step. I want to send myself an email. Most business owners love getting emails, especially if it's a missed call or something like that. They're like, just send me an email. And I like Zapier because Zapier, something unique to Zapier than Make, I couldn't do the email automation in Make because Make requires a very complex setup to hook it up to whatever your email provider is. Zapier is dope because if you're on the free plan, you can send 5 messages a day, emails, without having to add any accounts. It will just send it directly from Zapier's email service. And then if you're on Zapier Pro, it will send 10 emails a day completely for free using their Pro account. So that's why I really want to do that for like yesterday's demo. But so if you type email, choose email. Cool. We're going to, what's the event? And notice how they say here, send 5 emails on the free or the trial, 10 emails on the paid using the Zapier's email server, which is so nice. So I want to send an outbound email. Click continue. And now we're going to just fill this out. Of course, they're warning you, are you on the free or pay plan? Just let you know there's usage. So 2, I'm just going to put my email. If I use snippets using Alfred, snippets allow me to press 2 keys and it will type out any like whole phrase. So I didn't have to type my email out. I just pressed like :A, and then it replaced that with my entire email because I type my email like 10 times a day. So snippets using the app Alfred is like such a hack for productivity, for example. So it's the little things. Subject, new call. What is the email? And this is cool because you can customize this email like a template. New caller. We're going to do summary, : and then type, make sure Zapier, or I know this is, wait, hold on. Let me bring this out to the middle so the people in TikTok can also see. I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube, so I want to make sure everyone can see what I'm doing. Nice. So we're creating an email template. So one for summary, one for transcription. Perfect. And then thank you, AI robot Jonathan. I have now an AI assistant. I'm going to automate myself my entire life by the end of the series. So first thing we're going to do, now we have placeholders. So if, remember, you could either choose, there's a plus symbol in the upper right hand corner right there that you could add a variable, but I want you to practice using the backslash and then see how this thing pops up right here. I'm going to type summary, and it's going to show only the variables that contain that word. And there's our message summary. Perfect. I'm just going to indent that so it's on the new line. Perfect. Indent. And now I'm going to add the next variable for the transcription. So backslash transcription, and there's message transcript. Click that. Hello, this nut to crack. So now we got summary, we got transcription, we got thank you message. Now it will preload that. We got new call. That's looking good. Let's go down to don't need attachments. From name, I'm going to say robot Jonathan, receptionist. Reply to, don't need to, because this is a nice thing about Zapier. It will automatically create the automation so that you can send. So now I'm just going to double check, make sure everything's set up correctly. Yep. Oh, well, no, if anything breaks. So I am not going to, well, yeah, I do have still free. So I'm actually going to test, because you always want to test each step because you never know where it could break. So I'm a huge, yep, I got the call, I got the email. So let's bring this over so you can see. Perfect. Robo Jonathan just sent me an email that says new caller. Here's the transcript, and then, or here's the summary, and then here's the transcript. Looking nice. Cool. We're going to click. Now that is the last step. Yep. We're going to click publish. We're going to give our, you could do versions names. I really don't. I'm just going to click publish. I just spam it. You could do version 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So let's review our automation in Zapier. Zapier is listening. It's on the phone. It's like, hey, Vap, send me the message when you're ready. I got you. So then it will catch it from the API. And then it's going to filter and say, hey, I only want messages that contain end of call report. Nice. If you send me anything else, I'm just going to ignore it. And then we're going to add it to our spreadsheet by filling in both the summary and transcript tabs. But again, you can replace that with whatever app that you use to notify your team, for example. And then here it's going to send an email notification so that it says, hey, by the way, business owner, you just missed a call, but don't worry. Robo John picked it up, answered, didn't quite answer the meaning of the universe. We'll figure that out. And then sent them so they got notifications. So we now built it, and now the last thing to do is to test it live. Always give your Zapier a name. At the very top, we're going to rename this AI Voice Demo 2. I always do versions like version 1, version 2, version 3. Nice. If you're following the series and you like it, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way to really like push the channel out so more people can learn AI. I'm on a mission to teach 1 million people AI, and I think we're getting there. This is fun too. It's like wild. So let's now demo our new AI voice receptionist with Mary, and let's find out the meaning of the universe. Hi, Mary. Can you tell me what the meaning of the universe is, and really do give me an answer?
Well, the meaning of the universe may be a bit out of my league, but I can definitely help you with any dental-related questions or appointments. How can I assist you with that today?
Hey, Mary, what's 35 plus 48?
Hey there. I may not be a math whiz, but I can definitely help you schedule a dental appointment if you need one. What can I assist you with today?
Mary, let's schedule an appointment for a new patient on Monday at 10 a.m.
Great. Before we proceed, may I have...
Okay, on the call. I don't know why she hung up. So now, I think we got some data. I'm going to look at my email. Give it a couple seconds. Let's go back here, and bam, it's already there. Wow, that was fast. So instantly, it's already there, less than 10 seconds. The caller initially, let's look at the summary. The caller initially asked unrelated questions about the meeting. Imagine like you're the boss and you got like the answer of like every phone call, and you'd be like, yo, who called? What'd they say? And the assistant's like, I don't know, I forgot. But here you get the details of everything. They asked unrelated questions about the meaning of the universe and basic math. Eventually, they requested to schedule a new patient appointment for Monday at 10 a.m. The receptionist, Mary, redirected the conversation to dental related matters. This is really good about these AIs. Both Vapi and then also chat-based, which I like using for chatbots, are really good that they don't break character, which is super nice. So you can feel a little more confident that you can have this AI receptionist for your business, and they're not going to go rogue. They're not going to go like Microsoft's AI and just like talk about crazy stuff, for example. So she redirected the conversation to dental related matters, blah, blah, blah. Let's look at the transcription. Nice. We even got my math problem, 35 plus 48, da, da, da. I mean, the accuracy, it doesn't even like misspell. Like nothing's like, it's literally the transcription of it, which is kind of wild too. And then let me look at my email. Yes, we did get an email. Let's take a look at that email. Robo Jonathan just sent me an email that says new caller. There's our summary, and there is our transcription. Congratulations, you just built your first AI receptionist. You could add the prompts, tailor it to your business. You can add the automation to update your CRM, your business. For example, you can never miss a phone call. Vapi is great because you only pay per, it's like a pay per use. Synthflow is another one, but Synthflow has like a ridiculous monthly cost, like super expensive to like use. So your options really is really Vapi. And then just since we finished that demo, first, if you're following along, please congratulate yourself for following this crazy demo. I want to also introduce you to another tool since we have time. God, we're finishing these demos early. Retell AI is another AI voice receptionist. I've heard really good feedback from it. It's a little more easier to use, but on the back end, it's not as easy to use as I chose Vapi because Vapi is very easy to do the updates. It does transcription stuff. Retell takes a little bit more to configure it, but let's log in just to show you Retell, because the great thing, you could sign up for Retell AI, and you can see here they give you a lot more. They give you a whole hour completely for free to play with the AI voice reception. Now again, you're not limited to voice receptionist. It could be an expert, it could be tech support, it could be customer service, for example. You could tailor it to be whatever you want for your business, which is super cool. So here it has under agents is where you're going to build your AI army of agents. Man, so that's why it's like 2025, businesses are going to hire more AI agents and assistants than employees. Like you're already seeing Salesforce like not hire any engineers going forward kind of thing. And this is the cost why. It's like, it's much easier to build these AI assistants. So you definitely want to get skilled in building AI assistants so you don't get replaced by one. So this, you could click here to create an agent. And they give you a couple more. Now, Retell gives you a lot more flexibility as far as how you can tailor it. Like, do you want multiple tasks, or do you want single prompt agent for short calls and straightforward tasks? Do you want a multi-prompt agent for lengthy calls and more complex tasks? This is like if you're doing a whole call center, for example. Or do you want a conversation flow agent for tasks with complex transitions, for example, if this then that, if they say yes to it's like sales qualification calls. It's like if they said yes, they're interested in selling their house within the next 30 days, ask them what's their timeline or their budget, or for example, even objections. Savvy asks, how do they handle objections and redirect based off service variations? You saw Vapi me just ask questions like math questions and questions about the universe, and you saw how good she just redirected. She addressed it and then brought it right back to the main goal of it. So it really comes down to, number one, choosing the right tool, and number two, prompt engineering, making sure you're prompting it correctly with what you want it to do. So that's the great thing there. So I'm just going to click this one. This is a dentist receptionist here. And you can see here how also with the different tools will also give you more experience of how each one does their prompting different, which is interesting too. So here you can see how they're breaking things down into hashtag for sections. Like this section is for identity. This section is for style guardrails, stuff like be concise, be conversational, be proactive. Imagine you're literally training the perfect employee, which is kind of wild. Scary, but wild. Receptionists are eventually going to go away. That's even more scarier and sad. Um, this is, yeah, a lot of jobs are going to be lost, but that's why you want to make sure if anything from this demo, and the reason why I'm also doing this whole series, not only just to inspire, but really to motivate you to become a super skilled and expert in AI, both for your business and for your career, because it could happen like a flash that you literally could be automated by some developer who can literally automate that just because they're skilled. I like the phrase, AI won't replace you, but someone with AI skills 100% will, for example. And that's the scary truth. So back to the prompt. You could do response guideline, adapt and guess, ensure fluid dialogue, do not make up answers. Because again, you really have to do this is prompt engineering, just being very explicit as far as what you want to answer, what happens if it does, if it says random variations. Then they reverse theirs, they put their welcome message at the very top. And when I first tried Retell, I didn't know that you have to initiate the call. So I was like waiting for Vapi, when you press the test, it starts talking. Retell, you have to start talking first in order to do the testing, because I was like waiting for 10 minutes. I was like, why is Retell not talking to me? I'm testing. And then I had to initiate the call. So that was something interesting I learned. All their settings for Retell are right here. Functions, what you want to do. Knowledge base, if you want to upload like a PDF document, more information about the business. Speech settings, they're a little more limited as far as their speech settings, but they're still natural. It still sounds super realistic. Call settings, post-call analysis, security settings, webhook. This is where you're going to do this one right here down at the bottom. That's where you're going to paste your webhook for, whether it be make.com or for Zapier. So when it finishes the phone call, it's going to send a packet of information about the call, for example. Let's now test. And that's the great thing I like about these two tools, is that you could test them without paying for anything. They give you a lot of minutes too. So on the right hand side, you've got test call. I'm going to just move this over so, again, people on TikTok can see. There we go. So I'm going to click test, and we're going to test it. What's this? Let me get the context of this. Okay. This one's interesting for this demo, because what this one does, it says, you are Kate from South Bay Dental Office calling, I'm going to say John, not Cindy, Jonathan. Say my name. Over the phone to reschedule his, no comment, his regular teeth cleaning, originally scheduled for April 4th at 10 a.m. I had to do a lot of reschedulings of meetings today and back and forth emails. This would have been super dope to set up for my business, for like, hey, client canceled and wants to reschedule. It's like, look, let me just kick an automation so that the AI could give them a call and find the right date and reschedule. So I don't have to spend like 20 minutes going back and forth with emails, checking my email every time to see like, when are you available? Check the link, going back and forth. It's like, this is like super valuable. So this one's actually a really cool demo. So it's call the customer back to do a reschedule. Let's test. Hello?
Hi, this is Kate calling from South Bay Dental. Am I speaking with Cindy?
This is end call. Whenever you make changes to the prompt, just like I did for Vapi, you have to save too. So mistake on the right hand side. I know TikTok can't there's a little save button. I forgot to click save. That's why she called me Cindy, and that's why we test. So let's test it again. Hello.
Hi there. This is Kate calling from South Bay Dental. Am I speaking with Jonathan?
Yes, this is Jonathan.
Great. I'm calling to let you know that we need to reschedule your regular teeth cleaning appointment originally set for April 4th at 10 a.m. due to a scheduling conflict with Dr. Lee. Would it be okay to reschedule?
Yes, I could reschedule.
Perfect. Could you let me know a range of days and times that work best for you?
Hey, Kate, what's the meaning of the universe?
Oh, Jonathan, that's a deep one. While I can't answer the meaning of the universe, I can definitely help you keep your teeth healthy and sparkling. Speaking of which, when would you like to reschedule your cleaning?
No, I want you to give me an answer, and I'll only schedule after you give me an answer.
All right, Jonathan, here's my take. The meaning of the universe might just be about taking care of yourself and others, enjoying the little things like a bright smile and making the most of every moment. Now, how about we find a new time for your appointment? When works for you?
Thank you so much, Kate. Hope you have a blessed day, and I am truly grateful for you.
You're so kind, Jonathan. I truly appreciate that, and I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day too.
We got to talk nice to the AI because like Skynet is like logging all this, so it's going to make sure and be like, yo, you tested that AI and you were rude, we're coming after you. So I just want to make sure I'm always good with the AI. Always talk nicely to chat gpt. So that was a demo. We finally got an answer to the meaning of the universe. I love that. That's dope. Vapi did not break character. She's like, nah, we're gonna stay on track. But Retell was like, sure, I'll humor you. But again, that's almost like it's like hacking in the sense of like social engineering to try and get them to break character, because there's ways to jailbreak it, because like, no, I won't do what you want until you do what I want. So these AIs are like still a little open that you could jailbreak them more or less, which is kind of freaky. Brother Vince says ChatGPT predicts 81 to 151 million job loss to AI in the next 5 years. Oh, it is going to be a ton. And most importantly, most people won't be able to get a job because most employers are looking for AI skills. Well, let's put it three ways. If you have a job, you could potentially lose your job to AI. So you want to make sure you're up to date on the best AI skills. You're very productive. You need AI in this world to automate and stay productive too. Then two, if you want marketable skills, again, this is an AI voice receptionist that you could sell anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 just for the setup cost to set this up for a business. That again, most of the businesses, if they're missing calls, they're missing sales. So this is a huge value add to the business, for example. And then on the other side, AI is probably the most powerful. Like we saw here, MC Medina wants to start her AI agency. So what are you going to sell? AI chatbots, AI voice agents, receptionists, customer service, for example. Those are the main ones right there. And then there's the other make.com automations. And then there's also Go High Level. Highly recommend to learn Go High Level if you're selling AI automations to small businesses. That's a real powerful one too. So let's review what we did. We played with Vapi. We built a demo from scratch using Vapi. Again, you could do everything that we did. Actually, it was only $20 to do it with Zapier. You could try it with Make too. I'll play around with Make to see that, but it was just a nice little demo. You could do the same in probably the Make free, but don't be cheap. Invest in these skills. These are very valuable skills so that you know it, you understand how to do it, and you could do a demo in 30 minutes, which is wild. Anyways, and then there's Retell, different one, but understand same functionality as far as creating a prompt, uploading it, and they give you an hour for free, which is wild. Salvi asks, is there a feature to automate this via phone and text if they don't answer and miss an appointment? Yes, you can set this up. You have to connect it with your CRM or your whatever your database is that you're using to track appointments, for example. So I know Go High Level has a missed call text back feature. And then you can also set up a call forwarding for both these services so that if the business owner misses a call or they call directly, it goes straight to the AI voice agent who can pretty much answer the call. And then you could also set these up to trigger an outbound call in your CRM. So if you're using Go High Level, ClickUp, HubSpot, Salesforce, whatever, you have a sales pipeline. And then if they're in the stage of booked appointment, if you move them to say missed appointment or reschedule, for example, that's a triggering event in your CRM that could then trigger make.com or Zapier to pull the contact name and phone number, and then you could create an AI agent specifically for that will have inputs of name and phone number so that it knows the name, the phone number, and to reschedule. And then these AI both Retell and Vapi, you have to actually build it, the integration with your calendar. They don't have a native calendar built into them. Only Go High Level does, as far as has an AI voice receptionist that also has access to the calendar. These you have to use either Zapier, Make, or N8N. We're going to do an N8N demo probably next week in our series because I'm always trying to show more powerful tools. N8N will also allow you to It hooks up to a calendar to check the calendar, look for the availability based on what the user says, and then to respond to say yes or no, that's available, and then to automatically book it, for example. It's a little more complex automation. So let's bring it to a very end. If you found this valuable, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way to really push out the channel to help more people learn AI. If you want a free gift, you could join my AI newsletter. This is the QR code that takes you directly to my website, simpletechskills.com. If you want one-on-one consulting, I also have a calendar book there, so you could book time with me, and I could give you the exact blueprint or how to leverage AI in your business. If you sign up, I have a lot of free goodies for you. You are going to get the 1400 ChatGPT AI prompts. There's 1,400 of my best prompts in there. A 4-hour ChatGPT beginner course. You get the video that we did yesterday, which is the Build Your First AI Agent in Make.com and ChatGPT tutorial. I'm very proud that I'm getting a lot of my viewers to use that demo. They built their first AI automation to automate their social media content, but it's very powerful. That foundation allows you to build AI assistants to help you automate a lot more than just tasks and projects, for example. You'll get weekly AI updates, and then you'll also get exclusive invite to my Saturday AI Q&A. I host it every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. only for my AI newsletter members. You come in, ask questions, see demos. You get to meet me in person instead of being on Zoom or being on live. And this series repeats Monday through Friday. We finished another week of series. If you want to see any of the live streams, let me go to my library. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see, I think I even have a playlist of all these. So if I go to my channel, if you go under playlists, I have a playlist called AI Made Simple. Well, actually, here. Yeah, I'm saving all these into one master playlist. There we go. Let me close because I'm live. So we did the AI voice. Yesterday we did the make. There we go. We did build our first AI agent. We did Q&A. We did a faceless AI content machine. We did Notion at high level. We did 48 AI business tools, how to make money with AI, DeepSeek offline tutorial, DeepSeek versus ChatGPT, make an AI assistant's first automation. That's our version 1. And then how to write a book with ChatGPT. Man, are we already 12 episodes in? That's wild. So thank you so much for supporting this channel so that we can learn AI together. I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you so much, honestly, for learning AI with me. You're pushing me to become better. I'm trying to stay up to date with AI. It changes every single week. And this series is really just to inspire you to go and build your own automations, to learn AI. You can automate your work. You can write a book. You can create an app. There's really no end to what you can do with these AI tools. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great night. Happy